All right, next up, it was an interview-heavy show, and that didn't do him any favors either because most of these people can't talk. But Tony Schiavone, this was an interminable segment. Tony Schiavone in the ring with Kip Sabian and Penelope Ford. And the premise of this improv skit was that Kip Sabian is going to announce who his best man is for his wedding because he and Penelope Ford are going to get married. And he's going to announce his best man. And once again, why would anybody give a fuck? I had questions. Besides who's his best man, I had questions. Why does Kip Sabian wear women's pants? That was a question I had. Did you notice that? He's wearing like the women's fucking...
I did not notice his pants.
Women's yoga tights or something.
What?
I have another question. What is the age of consent? Is Kip Sabian old enough to get married?
He looks older than 18. You have to give him that.
Well, now that he's got some facial hair, I'm not sure. That may be drawn on with a Sharpie. But you know, anyway, so they're going to get a job guy's going to get married to a job girl. We saw Penelope Ford fucking show her ass figuratively, not literally, with that she can't fucking work a goddamn lick here in this match. What was it, a week or two ago? That was the sloppiest bunch of shit I've ever seen. Anyway, so we've got a job guy wedding coming up. Who's the best man? Well, then suddenly, a false start, some fat guy comes out. That's not the best man. So now, see, they got the low-budget comedy in this segment. Then Brian Pillman Jr. comes out. And because Sabian has sent him a text, you're the best, man. So actually, Pillman comes out, his arms, he's jacked up, he's wearing a tight fucking shirt, he's tanned, he's got that hair, he looks like a goddamn celebrity, like a star, like an athlete, and Kip Sabian blows him off. And he fucking sends him back because he's not the best man.
You're right, he looks like a star. And the other thing is, he says, no, I texted you, you're the best, man. But then he says, I don't even like you.
Yeah, well,
so why are you texting him, you're the best, man?
Yeah. Because that was a way to blow him off, because none of this material has to be goddamn consistent. It's fucking made up. Especially this segment, was like it was made up as they went along. So I have to think this is Tony Khan's booking. Because none of these people have the goddamn standing to say no to anybody. So this had to be completely Tony Khan. Because this was the most, I wrote, this was cable access level at this point. This was the most amateur segment on the show, I think. Anyway, then the real best man is revealed as Miro / Rusev / the fucking Russian Bulgarian guy from the WWF that everybody's made a big deal out of and wished that Dave Meltzer would burn in hell last week. We were commenting on. And this valuable acquisition, apparently he does have a lot of following. He has fans. People follow him on whatever the fuck he's been doing. I don't, obviously, because I don't give a shit. But this valuable acquisition, another semi-mainstream name, to this day, I don't think I've seen any of his matches, so I don't know whether he can work, but he comes out.
He's good. He is good.
Okay, well, then he needs a goddamn manager. And I'm not even talking about somebody to talk for him. If he's got any talent, he needs somebody to save him from himself. Because he came out, did he used to have blonde hair?
No.
Okay, he comes out in a bleached blonde crew cut, a pink Gucci women's Mickey Mouse t-shirt that has been put in the bedazzler, sweatpants, and brown shoes. He looked like some schlub that would be walking down the street on the way to Joe's Crab Shack.
He looks like he buys his clothes from the Kenny Omega collection.
Well, as a matter of fact, I wonder if Omega handed him some stuff down. Of course, well, no, Omega's clothes aren't actually in men's sizes. But anyway, here's the problem I had with this. Besides the fact that this guy looked like a complete idiot instead of a star, And he was the furthest thing from physically intimidating. Big body, big voice with the accent, and he's wearing a fucking pink Mickey and Minnie Mouse bedazzled t-shirt. But what sense does this make? Why is this guy here? His first words, of course, are about the brass rings and the glass ceilings, and all 500 smart fans in the fucking place cheered wildly. He was introduced by a heel to come out and be the heel's best man. But because he's a surprise and a known person from elsewhere, people cheer him. But when he gets in the ring, he's smiling. He's happy. He's happy to be there, where now he gets a better chance at the brass ring and the glass ceiling. So is this guy babyface or a fucking heel? He's there at the behest of the heel to be his best man, but he's smiling and happy, loves the company, and the people are cheering him. You would think that this guy probably comes at some expense and is an ex-WWE guy that has a following, so he should be planned to be a main event guy. But the first taste that we get of him is being the best man of a preliminary heel in a bogus comedy wedding. So am I just to assume that everybody in this company is a complete amateur idiot that has no idea how to get anybody over, or is this part of a deeper, longer plan? What the fuck?
This was not good. I think he's a really talented guy, although when I started to enjoy his work, he was a Russian or Bulgarian brute. He wasn't dressed like that. He didn't have the blonde hair.
No, he's a real brute, all right.
He wasn't doing these promos, plugging his Twitch page, and that he plays video games.
Oh yeah. Well, I forgot about that after. Well, and I know that Simpleton, what's his name? Sabian. Thank you. Yes. I knew he was plugging the Twitch thing. I actually, to be quite honest with you, I know that Twitch is something that they do on their phones with a video. But I knew he was plugging his Twitch thing because they just had the controversy whether the WWE was going to ban it or not. However, to have this goddamn giant fucking jacked up bodybuilding Bulgarian brute come in as, oh, and I love to play video games too. What the fuck? The fuck? God damn it. God damn it. I don't know what would. Imagine Ivan Koloff coming out and saying, Dusty Rhodes, I'm going to get you in the Russian chain match, and then I'm going to go play video games. Twitch. I'm going to get a Twitch from these programs.
And they bring this guy in who has main event capabilities, despite the way he looked and everything else here in this initial appearance. He's a main event caliber wrestler. And he has a name, even though no one knows him as Miro, except if you're on Twitch. Coming off WWE TV, they have him out there. Penelope's at least been pushed somewhat in the women's division. Kip Sabian has been used as a complete jobber. And now they're aligning, I was about to say Rusev, Miro with him, which doesn't make sense. And the last thing he did in the WWE was the bullshit where his actual wife was marrying Bobby Lashley. So he's going from one bullshit, awful wrestling
He now
wedding.
say, what now? Wait a minute. Rusev's wife was, the Lana thing. But that's not his actual wife.
Yes,
it is.
In real life, it is, yes.
Oh, good Lord. But nobody believed that she was really marrying Lashley.
They bonded over being fake Russians in the WWE, and they got married.
So
he's going from one bad wrestling wedding angle to another one in another company.
So, well, I didn't even realize that, but now that's even worse. Now you're just rehashing bad angles a guy's done in the past in a bigger, better company.
And it went on forever before we got to that point, and it was raw quality. It passed or failed, depending on how you want to see it, the raw test. This was a Monday Night Raw segment.
Well, we'll come back next week, and hopefully it'll be more well done. Anyway,